Okay. So error handling done, and the data tab, some things I told you, right?
Yes.
Yes. The segregation data type, I told you to write a code by using the data types. You guys done that?
No, Akash. I will do usually from first I am doing, so it's not completed till now.
Okay.
I will do it. Segregation, consolidation. Now I am doing. I did that one, and data type I will do.
Muthu, can you hear me? Hi Muthu, can you hear me?
He wrote yes.
Yes, Aishwarya. Yes, Aishwarya, can you hear me, right?
Yes, Akash.
Yes. Just I will tell you the data size, data types chart here today. So if you have Googled it, then easily you can find that VPA data type list. Then here you can see the list of this. Just a moment. Inward. So here, touch my body. Inward. Another up there or no? So here, byte, integer. Just a moment.
Yes.
And here, if you see that chart here, that byte and an integer and a long single and a double. Whatever we can see here, these data types we normally use for the numbers. Okay, numbers we use if the number is a negative number like a 32,000 to 32,000 plus, we use a integer option. And if you are working with a long, if you have a big data, then we have to go with this. And this is a 0 to 255 for a small values, that loop or a variable which holds to the 0 to 255, we can go with a byte. So what is the advantages of this means, when you're working on a big data, when you're defining a particular with a variable, the code will run a faster, because the thing is it's a like a you're rounding a one circle. Okay, just you run that circle is consist of 400 meters. Okay, just you're running a 100-meter first, then if you want to start it again from a 400 race, then your start point should be from 10, right? Again, what it will do is it will run that till remaining 300 unnecessarily. That instead of going that, if you define a perfect variable, then it will be your code will be run faster. And for the numbers we use a byte or integer, long or single, and double for the very big data. If we have, then we have to go with a double. And if the currency it's a holding, you can use a currency. And this boolean for a true or false we use. And if the variable is holding a date, we can go with the date and object, number and text. These all things what we are using based on a requirement, based on a variable what it's a holding. Normally we use most of the things for a string. We are using the string fixed string length. The length of the string is, if it is a 1 to 65,400 character, we use a string with a fixed length. Better you can directly go with only a string here. So only the thing is, for a numbers we have to hold with a variable with either byte, integer, long or double. And if the date If that cell is holding, if the variable is holding a alphanumerical, then we have to go with the string function. Correct?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Then this is all what we use in a data types. Now I will explain you that how can we write a code by using data types in a segregation, workbook to workbook segregation. Okay. So here I want to create these all workbooks now. One workbook I want to create, then what all the anchor transaction I want to paste in that particular workbook. Correct? Understood the requirement? Segregation, you guys know, right?
Yes.
Aishwarya, Smita.
Yes, yes.
Yes, that code I'll write here with using a data types. Segregation with data types. First thing what I'll do is I will set a workbook first. Set a workbook. I am writing a code in automation 2 p.m. that I can call it this workbook, correct? So WB beam defining WB as a
Workbook.
workbook. Then beam SH as worksheet. Correct?
Yes.
Then set WB is equals to what workbook? This workbook, right? Instead of writing that automation 2 p.m., I can use this workbook. Then set SH equals to WB dot sheets of that reference I have in the segregation sheet, right? So segregation. Here any confusion? Just I set my workbook where I have that source data. Clear?
Akash, if we have more than one workbook,
So obviously you have to go with a two set workbook.
okay,
Set WB1, WB2.
okay.
Okay. Then now I will tell you that. Okay. Here in this code only we have to connect with another workbook here which we created newly. First, what I need to do, I need to create these all workbook first. That is my first requirement, right? Then here 2 to LR1. We are using a loop. So here dim as I'll go with the long. Then I'm using a W name as a workbook name that is holds a alphanumeric, so that is string. And I'm finding a LR1. That LR1 I'll go with the as a long. Okay, better you can go with this instead of using long, we can go with integer only as integer. Okay, now, what are the variable you wants to hold, you can give and set with the data type, what it's hold according to the number or a alphanumeric string. Okay. Then now, what I will do is, I will find out the LR1. The LR1, I'm not sure this will be an active workbook or this will be an active sheet. So before LR, now I'll start using SH. SH is nothing but what here? The SH is nothing but this workbook
Yes.
dot sheets of
Yes.
segregation. Instead of writing that lengthy code, already I said that SH is nothing but now directly it will refer that workbook under that worksheet. Okay. Then cells of rows dot count, comma, that reference I have in a k column dot end excel up dot row. Correct? Then I'll use a loop for x is equals to, it started from the second row till LR1, right? And next, here I'll hold a W name, where I have the W name reference, again SH, cells of x comma k column, correct? Will here any confusion?
No.
So SH is very useful. Instead of writing every time or activating,
Yes.
directly we can mention that SH. That's why we need to set in the beginning. And once I hold it that name, I want to create a workbook here, correct? So workbooks dot add, then active workbook, dot save
Save
as.
as.
Where I want to save that, I'll create a folder here on desktop. I'll rename this as a segregation, segre, and I'll get the path, Control C, then I'll paste it here. Okay, I pressed it, then /,
Yes.
double quotation complete, concatenate with a W name, that variable which holds to the customer name, correct?
Yes.
And once we added that, we need to save and close the workbook at the end. So I'll write it workbooks, open bracket, W name
Dot.
dot XLSX
XLS.
dot
Save.
save. And to close that workbook, we write
Yes.
workbooks, open bracket, W name, again concatenate with dot XLSX dot close. Okay. Then now, what I want to do, once I created a workbook, that workbook also we need to set, right? How we
Yes.
set that our workbook, right? What newly created workbooks also we should set those things. So again, dim WB, I will go with a new book NP as a workbook name, right? Because we can't give here this workbook. That is a different workbook. Workbooks of W name dot extension also we should give dot XLSX. Okay. Sorry, first WB this I'll need to give in the next column. Dim NSNB as a workbook. Dim new sheet. I will go with the NS as worksheet. And we need to set NB equals to workbooks of W name dot extension. Set NS new sheet is equals to NB new book dot. When if I'm added a one new workbook, there will be only one sheet. What is that sheet name? Sheet one, correct? Or else you can go with the sheet one or a one, only a position of that sheet. It's your wish. Till here, any confusion? Muthu, Muthu, if you're okay, then give S. Aishwarya, clear?
Clear, Akash.
Smita,
Yes, Akash.
yes. Then once I set this workbook, first thing in segregation, what we were doing, once we added a new workbook, what we were doing, we are copy and pasting that header first, right?
Yes.
Where I'm copy and pasting the header from this workbook dot sheets of segregation. So I already defined that as a sh dot range a1 to f1 dot copy this. Correct? Once I copy where I want to paste, new sheet dot cells of 1 comma 1 dot paste to special. Header done, copy and pasted that header, correct? The next thing what we need to do, we have to write a loop for hold the customer name and check, correct? See, it's okay, right? Understood? Smita, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, Akash. I am hearing.
Yes, I'm asking whether you understood or not. You're not
Yeah,
responding means
yeah, understanding.
Aishwarya.
Understood, Akash.
Okay, then header and copy and paste it. Then again we have to take a second loop here. That is a while, correct? So again
Yes.
I will use a dim for declaring a variable y as string or integer. Then I'll hold a customer name as a string. Then data last row I'll use for long. We need to find out these all things first. First I will go with the data last row. Then from where sh dot cells of rows dot count comma 1 and excel up dot row. Okay.
Yes.
After this, for y is equals to that is started from 2 to data last row. Correct. Then go at the next year. I'll hold the C name. The C name reference I have in a SH dot cells of Y is a loop. Then a customer column we have in a B. Once we hold the customer name, we are using if condition whether it's match or not. If W name is equals to C name, then and if correct.
Yes.
So if it is done, then where I have to copy get the data from SH that this. Then here range. Then again here we have to use the cells. Don't forget to use SH again here. Then cells. Okay, cells from Y is a loop, then A is a column, comma sh dot cells of Y is a loop, then last column is F, same row, dot copy. Correct? Here any confusion or doubt?
Because writing sh every time we can write of s activate sh, right?
Yes, activate when you're working on a big data, activate you should avoid there because if you have a big data or heavy data, code will take a much time to run that. Even if the
Okay.
system capacity, RAM capacity is slow, it will hang your system. So that's a reason whenever we are writing the automation, right, we should avoid that activate.
Okay.
Okay. So now, after once we copy this, where I want to paste it in a workbook where I act created, correct? So
Yes.
before that, we should find out the PLR there, right? So
Yes.
paste last row. Then here only I will declare that variable, then PLR as long. Okay. Then here I'll find out that PLR where I'm finding new sheet, right? Cells, rows dot count, comma one. Dot and excel up dot row. And once we done, cells of plr plus 1 comma 1 dot paste special. Then here we should go before cells where I'm pasting new sheet dot. Here we done this code. Can I run this?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Then see, I'll run this code. sh, it's activated. EW name is holding the customer name Anton. Workbook is created. Then save with the Anton. First thing is header copy and pasted here. Then DLR should give that 283. Then S name is giving Anton. When it's matched, it will copy that and it will paste it here. Debug. I'll check that. Paste special. Paste special. The data. Then again, it will go like this. Just I will use a breaker here. When I'm saving and closing the workbook, just I want to check. So F5. Before that, I will save this code, Control S. Then F5 will do. Anton is done. Then that workbook will save and close that workbook. Then again F5. Started giving works, save and close. If it's giving correct, I will remove this breaker and I will go with F5 now. Then if you're doing that without a data types, it will be taking much time compared to this. Okay, because we should always avoid using activate a workbook or activating a sheet. So that's the reason we always use. At least it's not required to hold that string long for a PLR or a loop and all. At least try to hold a workbook and a worksheet first. That will very useful when we are working with the multiple workbooks. Okay, this is a code what I told you to write for using dataset segregation. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yeah, Akash, but can you explain just one more time?
What I have to explain again the entire code.
Yeah, just little bit.
Yes, first what I done is segregation. I given a name that WB I given as a workbook. then sh as a worksheet, then a set. I need to set that because I define the workbook. That what workbook the source data we have. The source data we have in the automation 2 p.m. that I can
Yes.
call as this workbook here. And the WB, this workbook dot sheet of segregation,
Segregation.
because that is a sheet name I want to set.
Yes.
Then again, I hold it, what all the variable I want to take. I'm just holding those all things here, x as an integer, w name as a string, then 11 as a long. Then first I'm finding here the
Actually, every
LR1.
time we need to define all these integer or fast, we can define whatever
First,
required.
because when the requirement will come better, there it can display. Or else
Okay.
beginning, if you are going that again, you will get confusion what name you are taking for that
Okay.
particular variable.
Okay.
And later, I'm using that loop because to create a workbook. So what are the references we have in a K column? 2 to LR1, then W name, then cells of X comma K, that is a reference. Then workbook I will create first. Once I created the workbook, again I'll use a set time, I'll set that new created workbook as a NB and NS. And
Okay.
NS is the final output, what it's holding workbook and the sheet also. Then
Okay.
first thing I'll do copy and paste the header from this sh from the to ns new worksheet.
Okay.
I'll paste the header. Then again I have to make a one more loop for to hold the customer names. So I'm using a y as an integer. C name that reference I'm taking for to hold the customer names. Then DLR to find out the last data last row and find it a DLR first. Then that DLR I used to loop here 2 to 283. That DLR what's are giving for the end my end here. Then C name it's having a SH, then cells of Y comma P. Then if I'm actually using a if condition to match that customer name and the W name, it's a matching. Then I'm copying that range first here in range sh, then again sh cells y is a loop and a is the first column, not a is the first column. Then again y is the same loop what we are using because we are copying in copied, we want to copy the first range only, that same range. So again the y and f is the last column, then just I'll write a code for to copy that. Then a PLR is a nh.cells of rows.count comma 1 and excel up dot row. Then ns.cells of PLR plus 1 comma 1 dot paste to special. And it goes on ends up. Then once it's done to till DLR, it will save and close the workbook. So this code, especially you should write once you add the workbook, right there only. If you are not written it, where it should save and close, you will get confused. So it should be in the first and the first next and the second next between the save and close should come.
Okay.
So that's the reason what we do is a standard method. Once you added any workbook, if you want to close, then give close there only and give a spaces and write the middle code. We have to follow this method. You will not be get any confusion to finish that end if where I should finish the next and all. Okay, then that's
Okay.
why I'm using a tab here. See here, this next is related to the this for loop. This next
Yes.
is related to the this straight you can see, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
when you are debugging a loop or when your program is easy to write the program, but when you are checking that testing, testing is a very important. If you have written a code in a standard method, then only easily we can find the error. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, Muthu, you have any confusion or doubt? Yes. Smita, Muthu is given any reply?
Yeah,
Not yet.
Akash, it's clear now.
Yes. Okay, then fine. Is it enough today, or I have to explain the one more topic?
Yeah, you can explain.
But the thing is, actually quite
Otherwise, we will
difficult.
practice. Yeah, no problem.
So just you try to do these things today. Okay,
Okay.
well, how
Okay.
I written right the same way. You
Mhm.
try to write the code, then I'll get back to you tomorrow again with the same timing. Okay.
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 Akash,
Then.
how many classes are remaining?
So one class is for the user form. So tomorrow, what can we do? Can we connect tomorrow?
Yeah, for me, no
Yes.
problem.
Aishwarya, you are available, right?
Yes, I'm available.
Yes, tomorrow morning I'll tell you the timings, what time I'm going to connect you. Okay.
Okay.
Then tomorrow I will finish the user form. Then once I finish the user form, almost all things done. Then only the remaining part is Outlook connection that I'll finish in the 15 minutes. And the each loop is there. I will explain you that each for each loop. Okay.
One more thing, will you explain macro?
Macro is the what code what I am writing that is called macro.
Okay.
The VBA is the application.
Huh?
Then what input we are giving, coding we are writing, just now we written the code, right? That is
Okay.
called macro. This is only the macro. Then this
Okay.
is a VBA. Can you see on top Visual Basic for application? Then
Yes.
what is set of coding is called a macro.
Okay.
VBA macros are same things.
Okay. Okay.
Okay then. I will mail you this. Try to do these things today. Then meet you tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay then. See
Okay.
you.
Thank you. Bye.